Booster pumps are for end users that have low incoming water pressure. A lot of times this is well water users. It can also be some people that are in warehouses, industrial areas. Those often have low water pressure as well. Now your Stealth RO system is going to work best around 65 to 70 psi. It'll operate as low as 40, but once you start getting into those 40s and below, your flow rate can really suffer, and we recommend getting a Stealth booster pump. It can really help your flow rate and just make your system run more efficiently. It'll improve your waste to product water ratio as well. Now 3 things come with the booster pump. You have your actual booster pump, a high pressure switch, and then your transformer. When installing this, you may need a 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench to adjust the pressure on the pump. Depending on what your existing incoming pressure is, you may need to turn the pump up or down. There's a 1.5 millimeter Allen screw right there on the head of the pump, and if you turn it clockwise, that'll increase the pressure, and turning it counterclockwise will decrease the pressure. Now we'll show you how to set this up. When you first get your pump, it's going to have some dust plugs in the inlet and outlet fittings. So get your fingers around the collet on the quick connect fitting, hold the collet down against the face, and pull the dust plugs out. Now this pump goes in line on the 3/8 line right before your Stealth RO system. So you're going to want to make a cut somewhere on this 3/8 line where you want to install your pump. I'm going to use some tubing snips. If you don't have a pair of tubing snips, you can just use a pair of scissors or a sharp knife. Now you're going to stick the ends of your tubing into the quick connect fittings on your pump, while being sure that the arrows on the head of the pump are pointing in the direction of the flow of water, or in other words, pointing towards your RO system. Now step 2 is to cut your blue product water line somewhere in between the actual system itself and the inline shutoff valve, and that's where you're going to install your high pressure switch. Now this high pressure switch is multi-directional, so it doesn't matter which way it actually goes. You can put the feed in here and the output here, or vice versa. You want to install this in between the shutoff valve and the system, because then when you turn your water off using the valve, this pressure switch feels the pressure build up and will turn your pump off. Now the third step is to connect your transformer to one of the terminals on the high pressure switch, and then take the other terminal from the high pressure switch and connect it to your pump. And now you got to connect the high pressure switch to the booster pump. Then turn on your source water, and once your source water is running, it's time to plug in your pump and you're ready to go. Now you want to make sure that the PSI on your Stealth pressure gauge doesn't go above 80, because you can risk damaging the membranes. So when you turn that pump on, have your 1.5 millimeter Allen screw ready, and be ready to turn the pressure down by turning the screw counterclockwise if need be. And you're ready to use your Stealth booster pump.